Mike Van Zyl, Special Olympian. Humble beginnings. No one likes being bullied, and Mike Van Zyl was no different from anyone else. He didn't like being teased. He didn't like being laughed at. He didn't like it when kids tried to egg him into a fight. He knew he was small for his age. He also knew he wasn't as smart as some kids. He didn't think he was strong enough to stick up for himself or stand up for his rights. That was before Mike entered the Special Olympics program. Special Olympics is a worldwide organization founded by Eunice Kennedy Shriver. Mrs. Shriver became a champion of children and adults who had difficulty learning and who were slow in developing. She saw that they were often in special schools or no school at all. That meant they often had no way to become active in sports or school athletics. Badly's people thought that people with learning challenges would not feel the personal rewards of a competition. Camp Shriver. Eunice Shriver didn't agree. She believed that everyone should be given the opportunity to excel. In June 1962, she invited 35 girls and boys with intellectual disability to her home in Maryland. She offered them the opportunity to try out a variety of physical activity. She called the event Camp Shriver. It was so successful that it became an annual event each year. It became more and more popular by 1968. There were more than 300 camps just like Camp Shriver where kids participated in different sports. That year, Mrs. Shriver worked with others to organize the first official Special Olympics. The event took place in Chicago, Illinois. Participants came from 26 U.S. states and from Canada. They competed in floor hockey, aquatics, and athletics. Mrs. Shriver proudly announced that the Special Olympics would be a regular event. Its popular was to give people with the intellectual disability the chance to play, the chance to compete, and the chance to grow. Special Olympics Games. Now, more than 2 million children and adults compete in the Special Olympics Games. Special Olympics has both summer and winter games just like the Olympic game. It was named after all free of charge. Athletes from all around the world come together for these events. The 2003 Special Olympics World Summer Games, held in Ireland, drew more than 6,500 athletes from 150 countries. Coach Pat. When Mike Van Zyl entered the Special Olympics program in 1983, he met Coach Pat. Great Coach Pat liked Mike right away. He liked his smile, his enthusiasm, and his spirit. Coach Pat heard that Mike was having a problem with kids teasing him to school because he was small, slow, and not very strong. I think I can help, Coach Pat said. He asked Mike and his parents, "What do you think about Mike learning how to lift weights?" I can teach him if he's willing to take the time and work very hard. Mike liked the idea, and so did his parents. They knew he wouldn't be teased if he became strong by lifting weights. Mike was excited about working out with Coach Pat. He could hardly wait to begin. Learning to pump iron or power lift is not easy. It takes the time, determination, and skill. Proper body position is important to avoid injury. Mike was very industrious and worked hard every day to do his best. His perseverance paid off. At the end of 8 years of hard work, to his surprise, Coach Pat told him he was ready to compete. Mike was one of the members of the Washington team chosen to compete in 1999 Summer Games in North Carolina. He finished in the middle of his heat, and everyone was pleased with his performance. The Oath. In 1968, before the Special Olympics Summer Games, Unique Shriver gave a speech and said, "In ancient Rome, the gladiator went into the arena with these words on their lips: 'Let me win, but if I couldn't win, let me brave in the attempt.' Today, all of you athletes are in the area. Many of you will win, but even more important, I knew you will be brave and bring credit to your parents and to your country. Let us begin the Olympics. Thank you." That speech has been made the oath and has been celebrated at every meeting of the Special Olympics World Games. Community champion. And what happened to Mike? Besides the powerlifting, he speed skates and swims to keep fit. He is a member of Iron Pumpers and the Spoken Blade, and holds 2 part-time jobs, one at a taco restaurant and one at Gonzaga University. He takes part in a community musical every year. He also enjoys skiing, bicycling, track, bowling, rock climbing, playing Nintendo, and hanging out with his friend. Mike's self-confidence and environment with his community make him a pleasure to be around. His days of being bullied and teased have been left in the past, thanks to the self-confidence he gained through participation in the Special Olympics. He now knows he can do anything he sets his mind to do.